Yo, all right, bro. So hit this, hit this YouTube stream this morning. Let me check out my account, bro. Are we in here? Yeah, man. Are we streaming? So yeah, all right, here we go. So, man, we in here this morning, bro. Like, trying to just get it in. I got some things I want to talk about. Some things I want to discuss this morning. Trying to figure out like how to get this whole setup working out in like a better way for me. But for right now, it's kind of where we at with that. So, good morning. I got some things that I want to show y'all this morning too, man. I got something in the mail that was unexpected, and I think like it perfectly represents like what the goals that we're trying to accomplish with this, and some of the things we're trying to build this year. So I know like we're really trying to stay focused on doing like the pen pal business and stuff, right? Trying to build a pen pal community and whatnot. And so one of the things that I think is extremely interesting and like very much so a part of like what we're trying to do is I got a book of potential stamps, you know what I'm saying? So, well, yeah, a catalog of stamps and whatnot. You know, it has some things in there that I have already, but I think it has something in there that's pretty cool. So, what we gonna do? Just get some morning stuff. Get some things taken care of for the morning. Get some morning quotes down. And just get some journaling in this morning. Yeah, so one of the things that like I didn't realize I got every morning was like these today's blessings and whatnot, right? I do need to get my journal straight too. Not my journal, but my planner together. We'll do that towards the end. But I get this thing every day about I get these emails every day about like, just essentially like words of the day, quotes of the day, things like that. And I didn't even realize I got that type of stuff. So the more and more I sit at this desk and pay attention to what I have, the better things will be. I gotta move this out the way. I gotta figure out a better solution for this. I know like for me, the perspective of it is like I just need a better way of going about handling this type of business. So from that perspective, like I just need to be on top of making sure that all of this is good to go. So, and I never really realized how much of a, not necessarily a chore, but like how much this stuff really, like affects me on a daily basis in a sense, right? Because like there's a lot that goes into this live streaming business that like I just didn't think was the case. So starting this up is just like, yo, it was super busy, man. Like, and just trying to figure this whole thing out. But one of the topics I wanted to discuss this morning was more so on the side of just like making sure that I'm organized, right? because in this whole situation that I'm in now, like organization is key, and it's extremely difficult to be organized, especially when you all you have is just yourself. So just trying to be more organized and more routine, and just figuring out how to the best way to, do things. So only way to do that is to do it. So that's what we gonna do this morning. We gonna handle the business and do the business of streaming. So I kind of been putting this off for a little bit too, and I haven't been really wanting to do much of anything when it comes to the streaming of it, but we'll make it work. I'm sorry if you can't really see it. I'll show you guys in it later on, like once I'm done, but it's kind of difficult to because I got this big microphone, I got my phone right here, got my webcam over here, monitors and stuff like that, and I don't have the most desk space that I would like, so we'll work through what we got. So today's quote of the day, it's kind of an interesting one. It says, "Hey, good morning. How are you?" So the quote today, and this is what I get in my email, so I just rewrite it, man. And so one of the things that I'm trying to do, what the quote itself says is, "This year, speak kindly to yourself. The voice in your head sets the tone for everything else. Choose words that build you up, not tear you down." And honestly, it's just like speaking life into yourself, and just not being like, "Damn, I'm fucked up," or what I'm saying, not beating yourself up. And so that's just one thing that I try to do, especially given my current situation, where I hadn't said anything about it, but it's night for you. Where are you located? Where you located in the world where it's night? Where you chatting from? Yeah, let us know where you chatting from and where you located. If you don't mind sharing. I don't want to press you if you don't feel comfortable sharing. Oh, the Philippines. That's what's up, man. Are you an avid journaler, fountain pen enthusiast, stationery enthusiast? So I know myself, I am. I'm pretty deep off in the weeds when it comes to these here, so it's fairly interesting. It's 9:35, 9:53 here in the Philippines. Yo, that's cool. That's crazy. What Philippines? Let's look that up really quick. Country in Asia. Nice. Oh yeah, Southeast Asia. That's dope, man. Philippines is amazing. I want to go visit one day. I would love to visit the Philippines one day, man. I knew a guy when I was in the Air Force. He was from the Philippines. Dang. Well, I mean, that makes sense looking at the map now. You're literally like a cluster of islands, if I'm not, if if we can call it that, right? That's what we're doing. That's what it is, right? Cluster of islands. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I've never even like experienced a typhoon. Typhoon Philippines, yo, that's crazy. That like the first thing I type in is when I looked up typhoon, it said Typhoon Philippines. That's wild. Yo, that's pretty intense, man. Is that's January 13th? Yo, like, are y'all experiencing a typhoon like right now or like in the last couple of days? Cause this article that I'm looking at right now was from the 13th of January. Like, it seemed like y'all might have just had a typhoon come through in the last few days. Yeah, I live in America. I live in the southern southeast part of America. Let's see if we can't get a better view of this. I don't want to do. Nah, that's too much. Yeah, I live in southeast. I live in the dirty south down here. Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. Stay safe out there with them typhoons and whatnot. I'm pretty sure like y'all have that down packed on what how to stay safe in those. Cause I mean, like I said, the first thing I Google typhoon. It was like Typhoon Philippines from the 13th of this month, 3 days ago. So that's pretty wild. So I'm pretty sure like y'all have that straightened out. Like, we have hurricanes here, but typhoons, I've never experienced that. That's crazy, man. I know. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So what we got? Listen to this word. I don't know what that is, but let's see what this is. How do we pronounce this?
Panglossian.
Panglossian. All right, cool. Marked by the view that all is for the best in this best of possible worlds. How would you use that in a sentence? He remained Panglossian about the season, even with the team's losing record. Okay, cool. So it's like optimistic in a way, right? She was criticized for her Panglossian take on the long recovery ahead. Yeah, so it's in a sense like, all is good, all is well that ends well type of business, right? So that's interesting, man. Like I never really knew, the word a dog almost died because of the tree. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Like I had to cut down the trees in my yard you know, them falling and stuff like that. I had a tree in my backyard when we first moved into this house, and it was like, what was it? It was a Bradford pear tree. Cause like these communities here, like they decide to put these type of trees in neighborhoods for whatever reason. Yo, thank you for the subscribe, bro. Whoever just did that. And so it was like a summer day, a beautiful summer day. Like the sun was out, like we was in the house chilling, watching the TV and whatnot. And the tree, like I literally just heard it like fall on my gutter and whatnot. And I was like, yo, that's kind of wild. And so I ended up like, I went outside and look outside and the tree fell. I'm thinking that like maybe the wind blew it down or something like that, but it was like it was like a summer breeze, and like the tree limb, like a big tree limb just fell on the side of my house and like knocked down my gutter and whatnot. And I was like, nah, this got to go. So I ended up cutting down that tree. So what I'm writing is I don't have the web page seen up, but what it is I get these emails every morning and they're called today's blessings, but basically all it is just like, it's just quotes for the day. And then I get like a word of the day email too. I don't even remember when I signed up for these. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Faith. So yeah, I don't remember when I signed up for these, but it's just that, and honestly, like it's just me looking at stuff and just trying to figure out, like, honestly, it's just like me bettering myself. It's just like an exercise. One, it helps me write, and two, it helps me learn new things and all that type of stuff. How you doing? So that's all it is. It's nothing special. I'm not really doing any sort of intensive journaling or whatnot. Not right now, at least. But I'm just trying to get into the habit of streaming in the mornings and stuff, because I work from home and I'm able to do so. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I learned what I wrote here. The quote said, let's see, let me find it really quick. So the quote says, speak kindly to yourself. The voice in your head sets the tone for everything else. Choose words that build you up, not tear you down. So that's what that is. And then the word is Panglossian, and the definition is an adjective, and it says marked by the view that all is for the best in this best of possible worlds. No, well, the tree in my backyard was like, it was like a little over like 12 to 14 feet. And I honestly just cut it down myself. It was like it had a lot of vegetation on it, and I just cut it down. So it's no longer there in my backyard now. I got rid of it because I didn't want it to fall on my house. Especially considering, I live in the south of I live in the southern part of America, and we have tornadoes. And so that's just something that like I just wasn't gonna deal with, especially a tree falling on my house that I could prevent. So I got rid of it immediately. So, and I know like right now we're looking at one of the chatters said he's from the Philippines, and like he was saying, they have typhoons and whatnot. And I literally just googled the Google typhoon, and it popped up that 3 days ago they were having a typhoon, and he's explaining what's going on. So that's what we're talking about right now in chat. But I'm just trying to stay out the way. When typhoons look intense, man. I watched some videos on it, bro. It looks like some serious business over there. So yeah. So like we have tornadoes here in the south, and the tornadoes are, we're kind of jaded to it, I'm gonna be honest. And I think like to a certain extent, like we're kind of I don't want to say like like numb to it, but like we're definitely like we definitely don't take it as serious as it should be, and that's probably a problem if I'm being honest. Oh, you live in Hungary? That's crazy. That's dope that people chat from all over the world. I'm, every time people tell me where they're from, I Google it because, like, not saying that I don't know, but I'm just curious, man. Hungary. Oh, that's where Budapest is at. Nice. I've never been to Hungary. I've been to I went to Germany a couple years ago, but I've never been to Hungary. What? Tell me some. Tell me some random facts about Hungary. Yeah, tell me a random fact about Hungary. Tell me something that tell me something I don't know. Because I'm looking, it says you're in Central Europe. All right, landlocked. I mean, fair enough. What language they speak? Official language is Hungarian. Population 9.5 mil. Let's look at some. Look at some. I'm gonna have to pull up this. I'm gonna have to make a web page scene so we can pull it up. Hungary looks like a beautiful country. I'm good. Like y'all can't see it, but I'm looking on my other monitor, and I'm looking at here. I'll show you. I'm just doing some Googling on Hungary right now. Just out of sheer curiosity because somebody said they're from Hungary. $100 is what is that exchange rate? What is that currency called? Yeah, what would be the name of your currency in the Philippines? Pins. That's how you say it? Or am I mispronouncing it? Nah, pence is like a pound. That's not what I'm looking for, Google. I probably won't be live tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday for me, and the kids have a lot of business to take care of. So I probably won't be live tomorrow. I'll be back live on Monday though, for sure. So Monday around 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll probably be live, but I won't be live tomorrow. I gotta you know, daddy duties. Kids got play dates and all types of stuff planned for tomorrow. So we got all kinds of business to take care of. So I won't be live tomorrow. I'll definitely I'll be posting some videos to the channel tomorrow, or I'll be editing today and probably posting and having them come out for sometime next week. I can't make no promises on the day, but I'll definitely have some videos come next week for 2 weeks. I got 2 videos. One I'm gonna film after this, and I got one I need to edit, and then yeah, we'll have some stuff posted. But we'll be back live for sure. You're sick? What's wrong? How you feeling? Hopefully it's not COVID. That's dope. Hungarian forint. Bro, see, I'm learning all types of stuff, man. Okay, cool. Okay, so y'all are a whole day ahead of us almost. It's gonna be pretty wild. Let's find some more words of the day that we can today's words. What was yesterday's word? I didn't even. Okay, so a new word learned, firmament. I know what firmament is. But we'll learn anyway. The heavens or the sky. Bro, we gotta do some writing. Here, we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna work on some handwriting here soon too, like in the next couple of weeks. But my ex. Nah, I mean, if you're tired, if you're sleepy, my man, you know, don't stress about staying up. Just hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and go to bed. I don't want to hold you up, you know what I'm saying, watching me. You know, I appreciate you stopping by, but I definitely don't want to, you know, mess up nobody's sleep schedule. So if you need to go to bed, you know, have a good night. And I appreciate you stopping by. And, you know, make sure you subscribe. And then I'll catch you on the next one. So what I'm writing right now is I have let me show you really quick, because this isn't working out the way I thought it would. So hold on, the screen gonna go black for a second, but don't just hold off for a second. Window capture, Google. So yeah, there we go. So this is what I'm writing right here. So I got these words pulled up right here, and so that's just what I'm writing right now. I'm just going through, honestly, just me writing, just to write. I don't really do a lot of personal journaling on stream because it's my personal stuff. So we're writing just quotes and things that we learned on the day, and we're just staying, you know, just keeping up with just learning random things today. Okay, yeah, I'll be here on Tuesday. So yeah, that's what we're writing. And so like I don't have like the screen real estate to have everything on here, because I'm doing a vertical stream right now. And I'm honestly just trying to figure out like how the best way to do it and to get everything on there. But for right now, you know, we're working with what we got. And so okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be here Monday for sure. Thank you for stopping by. Most definitely. I appreciate you coming by and chatting with me and holding it down for us. Okay, cool. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Mark Twain. Exactly, man. Sometimes you just gotta do the thing. I always say that, man. Like that's a big thing for me. It's just like do the thing. Nah, definitely not Death Note. Most definitely not. We not even gonna play like that. So that's a first for me. I've never heard nobody call it that, but we definitely not doing Death Note. You know, they made notebooks like the Death Note notebook too, and I refuse to buy it. So they have, I've seen it too. I've seen it online. They make like the Death Note edition, and I refuse to do it. This is a Leuchtturm 1917. This size is the B6 Plus, if I'm not mistaken. I had to look back on the video. Yeah. So it's a B6 Plus, and this is the size of it right here, if you can see that. And what I'm honestly, I'm just writing just some random things. What I usually write is I write like a lot of quotes, and it's just honestly just like an exercise just to write, just like a simple writing exercise, just writing just to write. And in this particular journal, this is like my personal journal where like I write a lot of things in that are like personal to me. I have a commonplace journal. That's a Tomoe River notebook, and I have a couple others around here somewhere, but for the most part, like I kind of just, like write, because a lot of times one of the things that keeps me from writing is like my lack of endurance when it comes to that. So this is just like, we're doing laps in a sense, right? We're just, taking it easy, writing. Nothing intensive. Well, eventually, like I want to get into handwriting, a manuscript for a book. I have a couple ideas and outlines, stuff like that, and I would like to handwrite them versus, typing them. But for right now, we're just building endurance and just writing. And honestly, at the same time, we're learning things that I didn't know. Like I didn't know that Panglossian was a word, and so just learning and just chatting, having a good time. Are you a fountain pen enthusiast, stationery enthusiast? Because I'm going to show you guys something that I got in the mail here in a little bit, but it's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, it says the secret. This is just a quote that I found on this website too. It says the secret to getting started, or the secret to getting ahead, is getting started. My name, or you asking in chat? So it's just getting started, and like I really do feel like a lot of times like it's easy to get caught up in the minutia of a lot of things, and you end up not doing, and then worried about like what's happening and why you aren't getting ahead in life. So you just got to do it. Yes, today for me is Friday. Oh, I appreciate it. This particular pen is the what is this? This is the Pilot Custom Heritage 92. And this pen, I want to say this is a fine medium. I keep forgetting, but this is a fine medium nib. And the ink is the Endless Alchemy Raven Blue. And so I'm honestly just testing it in this pen. All right, have a good night, man. My name, yeah, have a good night. I'll see you later, bro. Come back next time. But yeah, this is one of my favorite pens to use. It's the easiest to use, I'll say. So it fits in my hand. Only thing I don't want to say it's the perfect pen, but it fits in my hand and like I like to use it a lot. So feels really good. Kind of sad though because this was, I don't want to say like it was a Japan exclusive pen, but it was like one it you couldn't necessarily get your hands on it from like Goulet pens. Like it wasn't sold in America, so you had to get it from a place where they sold Japanese stationery. And on Amazon, like you can get it from the gray market. Back when I bought it, it was like $90. But I want to say like today, this pen is like, I'll show you the exact price of it. I'll show you when I bought it. If I could type this morning. Okay, yeah. So when I bought this pen, it was 108. I paid $127 for it. That's crazy that I paid $127 for this pen. I didn't even think I did that. Oh my goodness, that's wild. Okay, so I paid $127 for this pen, and even so, today on Amazon it's 200. It's 205, and if you get it from Jet Pens, yeah, Jet Pens is one of the only places you can get this pen, and it's $240 though. That's crazy. So, yeah, that's where we're at with the pen prices in Japan, man. My name is Tristan. It's literally the name of my channel. Yeah, so the name of my channel is me. That's my name. So yeah, that's this pen here. I have a few other pens as well, but that's what I'm writing with today. And maybe I'm a bit boring for using blue ink, but you know, we make it work. Yes. So here we go. We got another one. It says, this is from the Dalai Lama. So it says, happiness is not something ready made. It comes from your own actions. Facts. Moving on. Facts. Says if we have the attitude that it's gonna be a great day, it usually is. Yeah. one of the things that I ended up learning too is it's not always about like what happens to you, but more so about how you respond to things. And so that's one of the things that like I've come to realize is like it's about like how you respond, because it's easy to be upset about everything. It's easy to be upset like, oh, this happened to me, and like this woe is me attitude. But like a lot of times it's really just how you respond to that. And I've come to learn that like if I'm chill and like I'm just going with the punches, it's usually gonna be a pretty good day. So yeah, this one says some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. It's Michael Jordan. This is Abe Lincoln. It says, "Whatever you are, be a good one." And then we're gonna do a couple more and take a break. Probably do like one more and then take a break. And then we're gonna take a quick five. We're gonna take a quick 3 minute break, and then we'll come back and write a little bit more, and then I'll show y'all this, and then we'll be off for the day. right, we're back. I had to stop and take a look at some work and stuff and get some stuff done. So yeah, we're back in here. Break. All right, we're back. So yeah, we're back in here. So what we accomplished today is, we got a couple quotes. We got a couple quotes done. And again, the main point of all of this is, building endurance. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to get up to a point where we can do, you know, hour long, 2 hour long, 3 hour long streams and writing sessions and whatnot. And so the whole point of what we're doing today is just we're building endurance. And one of the things that like I've learned is like sitting and talking for a long time is kind of intensive. And it's one of those things where like I have to like learn how to do that. So we're learning together and we're getting there. So what I want to share with you guys is I got this book in the mail yesterday. It's a catalog, and it's a catalog of like stamps from the postal service. And it's something that like I didn't expect to have. And I honestly like kind of nerded out on it, right? So what you get is that they sent me, I didn't even know they sent these out, right? Like when I got this in the mail, I was like, yo, this is kind of wild. So it's just showcasing like the different stamps that they have coming out. This Muhammad Ali stamp came out yesterday. And so I think it's something like I want to look into and get more into. I'm kind of nerding out about it, if I'm being honest. So we'll just go through this, and then this will be the end of the stream, right? So I got these sunflowers. This Ali stuff is pretty cool. They got like field notes. Like they did a collab with Field Notes on a lot of this stuff. And I think that's pretty cool too, that you can only get these through the postal service, right? So if you're like me and you like to have limited edition things and certain things like that, build a collection of things, right? You can check this out. Postal service has a lot of cool shit, and I think that's just amazing. So they got, this is the Lunar New Year. This Bruce Lee is dope though. Like this Bruce Lee one is pretty it's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that on the stream, but like look at this. Like these Bruce Lee stamps, hilarious. That's poster. Like that's pretty dope. And they got like these cancellation cards. I don't even know what the Forever stamp canceled, but the first, I didn't even know like what a cancellation card is. So, and they got like these field notes and stuff too. So this right here is my favorite, the lowriders. So I'm a huge fan of lowriders. Like I've always been a fan of lowriders my entire life. And so these are probably stamps I'm probably gonna get anyway. And one of these field notebooks, probably that Cutlass, because yeah, that's the one for me. And then they got keychains, which I think is just amazing. So they got the keychains, and this is Harriet Powers. So we're just gonna go through this really quick. A couple presidents. This one's pretty dope. I like that Love one. Winter Landscapes is dope too. I got these SpongeBob stamps too. They had like a whole kit for like the SpongeBob stuff, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, we got that. I'll probably get that whole kit and do a giveaway of that. If you guys want to do that, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We'll figure that out. The 250th anniversary of the Navy, Marines, and the Army. This Good Night Moon is pretty cool too. They got a Betty White one. This Appalachian Trail is pretty dope. I want to like go up there and do a part of that, so that's pretty cool too. And some of these I haven't seen all of this stuff either though. So they got feature the books and stuff like that. These are like the order forms for it. Oh snap! So I should go through these, right? These field notes are pretty cool. Like this right here, this is dope. That's dope too. But like these field notes here are pretty cool. This is the Goodnight Moon portfolio. All of this. Betty White cancellation card. What is it? I need to figure out what a cancellation card is. I don't even know what a cancellation card is. That was 2025. Year of the Snake. This SpongeBob stamp portfolio is pretty cool too. This Appalachian Trail is dope. I really want these oversized postcards. So yeah, I might get one of these and get this stuff here. Like I said, I didn't even know this existed. Like I didn't even know like you could get this stuff. Okay, so these are frames for like the stamps and stuff like that. That's cool too. What do you mean you're a Q? Okay, so the set of 5 field notes is 25. This is pretty, man. This is cool. Like how they have all this stuff in here. Like I didn't even know this existed. Like I should start paying more attention to what comes in my mail. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. I kind of flipped through the last part of it pretty fast, but I'm about to get off of stream here shortly. And so yeah, so this is the winter 2026 catalog I got from the Postal Service yesterday. And so yeah, I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Like I said, this was a quick one. It was just a little bit under an hour. So I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Thank y'all for watching. I gotta get off. I gotta do some work, and so I'll be back